Hello, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com, and this video is for Larry in Illinois. Okay, so I'm doing this on the tripod, so this is a little kind of different setting. But the idea here is we have 1991 500 SL door lock pump that came in non-working condition. Now, the good news is this pump is actually in very good condition. There were some issues with it that I repaired, but now I just want to show you that it is working. For that reason, we're going to first let's activate the vacuum supply first. So what we're going to do, the vacuum supply is going to be taken off the middle port, and it's going to be pumped into the vacuum storage tank. It's going to happen when you put on the ignition. So I'm gonna have this gauge here that's going to start showing vacuum when I put on the ignition, and that's going to be our first task. So there is power on the pump right now, so let's put on the ignition. It'll take a little bit, and then you'll see the gauge is going to start pumping. Oops. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to hold this because I need to see the pump in this open state to check it. So ignition is on. As you can see, it's pumping vacuum. It tries to pump vacuum. So now we see that vacuum is being pumped. So now we're going to sort of duplicate our vacuum storage tank. Be very careful with these ports. Vacuum storage tank has to be solid, so I just have this bottle here, so it's kind of like it's going to compress it hard. Okay, so I connected it to the port, so let's get the vacuum going. Alright, ignition is on. Alright, so therefore vacuum is created. You can see how badly it compressed this poor little bottle. Once I let go of the ignition, what's important here is, let me get the camera off the tripod to show you this. The little port here, not the port, the vacuum, the switch. Let's see if I can focus on it. So this little pod, if there is any problem with your pump circuits, this little pod will go up, and then it will create contact, and then the pump will activate again. So there must be no physical contact in between this actuator and the micro switch. I know that my bottle, this bottle is very sealed, so it's a really nicely tightly sealed bottle. So if the pod would move up, then I would know that inside the vacuum block here there's a problem, but it appears that it's all good, everything is fine. So I can tell that this is leak-free vacuum block. At least the vacuum circuit is leak-free. Now what we can do is, I'm going to disconnect the vacuum. You're gonna see that this little pod, there it goes. You see it made contact. So if you have a problem in the vacuum circuit, it will continue running, and the pump is eventually going to burn out. So that we take care of that. So we know that this is working good. Put the camera back, and let's do our door locks now. Now for door locks, we have two circuits. We have the circuit for the locks themselves on the outside of the car and the fuel filler cap, and we also have interior locks. So we do have two ports. We have these two ports. This is interior, this is exterior. So what I'm gonna try to do first is I'm going to activate exterior, I'm sorry. I'm gonna connect this little gauge to that port. Now what's gonna happen is it's going to alternate. Once vacuum or pressure is created, it will switch over to interior locks. So maybe for that reason we're going to connect our bottle again to the interior locks, so you're gonna see that it is working well, because I don't have second gauge, I only have one gauge. So we're going to see pressure and we're going to see vacuum on this little bottle. Let me see if we have, yeah, okay, so it shows on the video. Alright, so let's see so we're gonna do here. Let's try to do, this is lock, so we can see first the gauge is gonna move to lock it. Once gauge moves to about 0.6 bars, it switches over to interior locking. And that's exactly what happened. So we're going to unlock the vehicle. The gauge is gonna create about 0.6 bars of pressure or more, you know, whichever is greater, that's fine. As long as it's not below 0.4, we're good. And then after the 0.6 bars of pressure is created, it's going to switch over and it will start inflating this bottle. It will try to unlock your compartments inside the car. So there we have it. First, the pressure obviously is going to be much faster in the vehicle because all of these actuators are small. So the pods themselves, they're like small little pods. So it's going to start quick. As you see, a pressure was created. I think it was, yeah, about 0.8 bars. Let's see again. Oh, it went up all the way to about 0.9 bars, which is great. So this is a very healthy pump. And again, we're gonna go for the vacuum to lock the vehicle. So there was 0.6 bars on the gauge, and whenever it reached 0.6 bars compressing this bottle, it shut down, which is great. So everything on the pump circuit and all the pressure circuits are perfect. So again, unlock. That was our unlock. And that's basically all. I mean, there is another switch there for interior locking only. Let's see if I can duplicate that. Well, let's try at least. Let's see. In interior only, usually the door locks on the outside do not activate, just the bottle will activate. Let's see if I can do that. As you see, when I activated interior only on the glove box, glove box rather, switch, there's like a small little glove box above your center vent registers. There is a key opening there where you can actually lock interior pockets and leave exterior of the vehicle unlocked. So therefore the bottle compresses, gauge doesn't move. So let's see if we can unlock it. So that basically shows that we don't have central locking, we only have interior locking. So exterior locking is not activated because you're only locking inside of the vehicle, only the compartments. So this is all good to go. I have no problems with this pump anymore. The motor is great. There were a bunch of cold solder joints, pipes, you know, some little adjustments here and there, but this is basically what it went down to. Alright, one more time I'm gonna activate it. Interior only circuit. Central locking. As you can see with central locking here, we're gonna see the vacuum, pressure. So we do the pressure. We saw how much pressure You saw how much pressure it created. And let me try to hold it so you can see one more last time. Lock is vacuum. It'll go up first, and then the bottle is gonna start compressing. We had about 0.7 bars on vacuum, which is great. This gauge is not super accurate, so I just need it for reference. So there we have it. Lock, unlock. Same terminals actually are doubled with remote control circuit, remote control module, where your remote fob is activated. It sends the same signal. I'm just activating it as if you would to put the key into a door lock and turn the key, or you put the key into the glove compartment, lock, and turn that key there. So there we have it. It's all good to go. And I'm going to assemble it and test it one more time when it's all together assembled, just to double check, and it will be ready to go. Alright, so this is it basically. This is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com for Larry in Illinois. 91 500 SL door lock pump. You find them in many SLs actually, not only 91. They go to, I'm not sure about 2000, but I'm more or less it's gonna go all the way up to about year 2000, because the SL didn't change much, only the engine and transmission and interior pieces, trims, but vacuum system hasn't really changed much on the SLs from introduction in 1990 all the way to the end of production 2002. So I'm sure you're gonna find same pump in the later models as well. I mostly cover 90s, so this is basically exactly what you see in 90s era. 500, 320 SLs, and off it goes. Alright, so this is it. This is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.